I'm at Victoria Bearden's house, and this is episode 3 of Lounging with Alan. And here is Victoria. Your audience needs to know.
Yeah, I'm an artist, and I'm also an astrologer and psychic, and I've been doing that for about 40 years. So,
wow.
2 jobs where you possibly might not be able to make a living, but somehow I manage.
Yeah.
This is the studio, aka garage, so you'll just see all sorts of random things in process. Yeah, and that's...
Wow. I love it.
All right.
Now, is that masonite
That
board?
is a piece of board, and it's oil paint, and it's one of those things that you sort of splash around some Gamsol and linseed oil. What do you want to title it?
It's like a riptide.
Ooh!
It's got like a wave coming up and going.
Gosh, okay. Well, let's call it Riptide. I like that. That sounds like a good title for that.
I'm helping.
All right. So that's been kind of fun. There's a bunch of artists that have been getting together on Monday nights and doing that, and it's just a kind of like a different way to sketch. And you're just cutting out paper.
So this is giving you ideas, or is this the final? Is this also like a final piece?
Well, they are final pieces, but sometimes I feel like these could be the basis for a painting.
Oh, definitely.
Because that's the Encinitas banner thing that's coming right up.
Oh my gosh. Nice. I love that little drawing there.
Yeah, well, that was the basis of her.
So you started with this maybe down here, or did you start with this?
I started with the little drawing, and then you know, you just muck around
and I
with
can show
the
like an eyeball or something.
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go.
There she is.
Inspired?
That's Klimt. And
Klimt, okay, gotcha.
Did a collage
that's
for my
Klimt.
birthday. That was my birthday card.
I saw that documentary too, the one where she tries to get her painting back from the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this up here with the?
Creepy dolls.
Creepy dolls.
My teacher Vanessa Lemon would always set up still lifes with creepy dolls. There's another little creepy doll.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And there were really dolls there. This is Hey You.
Hey You.
Ah!
Hey You.
Oh my God.
Hey You.
What's happening?
Hey You.
If you put your claws in my sweater, you're going to be a deep caca, dude.
Super close up. Hey You.
You see,
wow.
A lot of different things.
Let's start here.
The koi. And
nice. Now, did you have a photo, or do you?
Nah, that's just invented.
Just
from
came up.
Looking at pictures of fish and.
Yeah.
Then that's another one of those oil on masonite things, but there was actually a model standing there.
Wow, that would be a nice CD cover too, I think.
Yeah. You know, somebody gave me a really big canvas that had some really yucky stuff on it. I was like, do you want this canvas? And I was just like, yeah. And I just, so some of her, I'm not going to say her name or anything, but some of her not too great painting is showing through. And that piece of newspaper got stuck on there, which is one of my favorite.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's Tashi. He's going through radiation treatment.
Oh,
For
thyroid or something?
No, he had a cancerous thing, but I think we're gonna beat it. But
yeah.
This is one of my
wow,
favorite
look
pieces.
at this. I love this room. I love this room.
Lay office.
Wow.
Computer zone.
And what's the title here?
I called her the Queen of Ice.
Queen of Ice. Now, I saw
She has a fire sister, by the way.
I saw your show at that brewery. That's the first time I met you. The brewery. What's the name of that? It was the Steampunk.
At Arcana.
Steampunk
Arcana,
theme.
yeah, that was really fun.
And you had a few pieces there hanging up, yeah. Well, these are great. Are these what medium?
This is oil on traditional canvas.
Do you usually use oil?
Do it what?
Usually paint with oil?
But I can paint with everything.
Mixing it up.
Yeah. Yeah. This is where I do my psychic stuff.
Oh, okay. So you have clients come in here?
Yeah, I do.
Sure. This is the office.
Well, yeah, this is where I get into people's deepest, darkest secrets.
Ooh.
Oh, here's another painting.
Yeah. This looks similar technique.
Yeah, but that's acrylic.
Oh, you tricked me again.
I like kind of women and goddesses, and that's kind of one of my things. Which you.
This is like.
That's watercolor.
Nice, loose.
Yeah, that was the object of that one, was not thinking about it too much, and
sure.
The guy that was doing the workshop liked that one. He seemed a little jealous of it.
Oh.
So this is my fairy garden, and there are actual fairies that live in it.
Oh.
And they're not out right now, but
when do you see them?
At night. I'm like,
so
I'm just gonna take it.
This was an auction?
Yeah. So
wow.
There she is.
And so this was an auction, but you ended up buying it back.
I kind of stole it.
Stole it back.
But that's okay. So this is acrylic on vinyl, and this is a project, Arts Alive banner thing.
Arts Alive.
And we do it every year. I think it's maybe the 18th or 19th year, but maybe it's about my 10th year. And you can see when that one was made. And I actually modeled for this one. Of course, I don't really look like that, but I did pose in a dress that looks like that, and I had a wig on. Little hands.
And you used the back of something.
Well, the back
Smart.
is
our
art sponsors, and Arts Alive. This is Hansonius, blah, blah, blah.
Hanson.
So that's coming up. Yeah, they've
They make
sponsored
surfboards?
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Hanson Surf Shop. I think that's stuff, that's my house, and then I always think, do you know me? Something about me that maybe you don't know.
Okay. We start there.
I have an MFA from UCSD, and my art was actually internationally famous for a while.
You're going to cross this. You're brave.
We're going to.
Go right ahead.
What kind of art do you think that was, Alan?
What kind of art was your master's?
That I was famous for back in the day.
Famous for?
He doesn't know this. Okay, we're going.
Okay, I'm going to film you crossing because you're so brave.
No, my friend made this.
You're so brave.
Isn't that nice?
No, I made it. Abstract.
There.
No. Let me think. Pointillism.
No. Just, it's not the type of
genre.
The
subject?
It's the kind of art.
Oh, like pottery or printmaking?
Okay, yeah. So you're
that kind of thing?
Well, not warm at all, really. But do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
Okay. I was a rather well-known video artist.
Oh!
And I worked with computer musicians and all kinds of wild people. And there's a random person down there doing something interesting.
Something random's happening.
Well, you never know what people are doing back here.
This path could be wider.
But yeah, so I got a grant from the Long Beach Museum, and my work was shown all over the world.
Wow.
Literally, viola, and there's like a whole video art thing.
Well, what kind of camera was it? Was it really big?
Yeah. they were
You'd have to have a lot of light.
Ginormous.
Usually had a lot of light. You had to have
yeah. Well, there was a studio at UCSD, and we also took equipment out in the world and did stuff, and I edited all my own stuff, and I edited other people's stuff too, but then everything went digital, and I bailed out. Oh. Not because of that.
You just switched.
Life took over, and all kinds of other crazy shit. Ooh.
Sure, you can say that.
We're walking on a coyote trail here. Yeah. Look at those weird feet.
They are some coyote prints.
What is that? Oh, that might be coyote footprints right there, actually.
Okay.
Or something.
Got the best of both worlds here. Coyotes and tennis.
Yeah. And people, random. This is a college campus.
Oh, okay.
It is Miracosta College.
Okay.
These guys are doing something illegal.
You're cutting down tree limbs. Are you sure it's illegal? Or
yeah,
some kind of plant?
It's totally illegal.
Really?
Yeah, they're not supposed to cut those trees because they belong to the college.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what they do is they cut the eucalyptus trees. Yeah, that's what he was doing, and they sell them to. They sell the eucalyptus leaves to the florists. And so sometimes, because you know how it is when you're working on a project and you don't want to stop, right?
Oh, right. Definitely.
So
you're in the zone.
It's just like, where have you been for the last 2 weeks? Oh, in my studio.
In my zone.
And people are like, wow, you must spend a lot of time by yourself. And it's like, well, kind of. You know, because
That's
in
someone you
art,
can get along with.
You have to, right? Oh, really?
Yourself.
Do you know what I mean, though? Somebody was looking at all my paintings one time, and that was their comment. They're like, wow, you must spend a lot of time alone.
I've never heard anyone think of that.
I'm like,
well, all artists are like that, right?
Yeah,
they prefer to be in a quiet or
unless you're in
their
a
own
class
zone.
or, you know, drawing with a sketch group or something, or like with you making a movie.
Well, do you think some artists go into that field because they want to work with just themselves?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the public. Yeah, they don't want to work with the public.
But I mean, you know, there's also that part of you where I mean, some artists don't want anyone to see their art either. You know, people like that. Like, what are you doing here? How come you're not showing this to anybody?
Right.
And they're just not. And art is a form of communication, isn't it?
Definitely.
I mean, you know, unless you're just talking to yourself. Which I do all the time.
That's when you don't show your art to anyone.
Right. Yeah.
You're just talking to yourself.
So of course you also know that I'm obsessed with trivia.
Oh yes.
Because you've played competitive trivia with me before.
Where did I see the stairs? Behind here?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and you're really good at it.
I'm getting better. I'm not Jeopardy quality yet, though. I know that for a fact. And you know, at home when you're yelling at the TV, it's different.
It's easier to think when you don't have a crowd and you're not on TV. Okay, I'm gonna get you started up. You're just gonna start up here, and I'm gonna chase you up the stairs.
Yeah.
So trivia.
Well.
What team now?
Our new team is called They.
Oh.
we are they. Kind of like Us. But,
okay.
But that was
like the movie.
That was not a great movie. Anyway.
I don't know how much my brain is doing, but I'm watching everyone else coming up with the answers.
Oh, you have all kinds of weird knowledge.
I do. Tell me how you met Dean, because I met you through Dean.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was a meetup, photography meetup, steampunk, and my friend.
That I was at, probably.
You were totally there.
So that's where I met you and didn't know it.
It was Dr. Watson's auditorium.
Oh, yes.
Keith Shillington, and it was a steampunk clothing place.
Were you dressed up too?
Oh yeah.
I thought so. Okay, I thought you were a model.
Keith Shillington, Dr. Watson's auditorium, and unfortunately,
was that in Carlsbad?
It was in Oceanside at 101.
It was in that zone.
It was a steampunk clothing store.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
It was cool.
It was an idea whose time had not come in the right way or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and it was closing down.
Too soon, maybe.
It was closing down. They had no business, so that was one of their last hurrahs. They had that dress-ups, you know, and you and Dean were there. He was Dr. Peepers, and I was my steampunk character, Sybil Strangelove.
What happened was this model, who I shoot a lot,
the red-haired one,
Felina.
The one with the long red hair was there. But anyway,
Felina. I don't know. It might have been someone before that. There was someone else. There was another model that knew that place.
Yeah.
And knew the owner.
Yeah, Keith.
And it was a lady that sings. Celeste
Barbier.
Yeah.
She was there. She worked there.
So this model I knew her
person.
And said, we can go shoot there because she works there. So I shot that model, and then Felina found out, so I went back and shot Felina there. And that's when I asked about the meetup. It was doing a meetup there. So that was my meetup.
That's where I met you.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Dean. So Dean and I met as our characters. And I don't even know why we became friends, but
no one ever knows.
We did. Do we? Yeah, I know, right? Just kind of happened.
Well, you just have things in common.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be funny, saying that no one knows how they became friends with Dean.
Oh, well, maybe no one knows how they become friends with anybody.
So here's your new car.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Some planets.
That looks like a serial killer van.
Multiple.
Well, you know, that's another one of my hobbies. I love crime. I mean, not committing them, but, you know.
That's more of a hobby.
Looking into murders.
That's a lucrative hobby.
And investigating stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Are there any stories you can talk about? You don't have to give any names.
Well, I'm still working on the missing girl, Carly Gousset. And that's not, I mean, I don't know. That's not really
They've
public
been missing
knowledge,
for a
but
little
you can
while
say
now, right?
Since 2018, October.
Okay.
So as a psychic, so like I'm a psychic detective.
Yeah.
And I took it on pro bono, and I'm really hoping. We found out a lot of stuff, but we still don't know where she is. And of course, that's the goal.
How old was she?
16. Yeah.
They don't know if she ran away?
She didn't run away. But we got to find her, and it's been quite a mystery up in Bishop, California. And I've worked on a lot of them, and all the ones that I worked on before did get resolved. This is the only one that never, you know.
Really?
No, it's the longest, too. So I'm still crossing my fingers on it.
Has there been anything on TV or documentary or anything about this case?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the parents were on Dr. Phil, actually. Twice. They did a double header. That was really dramatic.
Yeah.
And interesting. And yeah, it's a complete mystery.
Wow.
But that kind of stuff really intrigues me because it's kind of my way of giving back. If I can help a family find out what happened or find that person. And a lot of times it's not a happy ending, but still, you know, you don't want it just to be left hanging, right? Cold case is the worst. Well, and of course, you know, you and me and Dean all have Comic-Con and all that kind of wildness in common.
Oh, yeah, and you were at his sci-fi channel. You were in the front row with me and Dean, standing there for hours, like 5 hours. Oh,
God. But yeah, actually, I'm going to take credit for this. I was the person who twisted Dean's arm the year at Comic-Con when he got kind of discovered. As Dr. Peepers.
Right.
As I said, because he was gonna wasn't sure if he was gonna go to preview night or not, and dress up, and I'm like, Dean, I had this weird dream. You have to do this. I don't know why. And he was like, okay, and he did, and that's when everybody saw him and the Sci-Fi Channel, and it's like he kind of just blew up.
That's true. He said he never dresses up on preview night because there's hardly anyone around.
But he did.
And then
and
he got
I was
picked.
just, you know, I was telling him about the dream, and that's kind of what started him on a roll there. And I said, look, I'll be your production assistant. I'll carry your toothbrush. I'll do, you know, whatever. It's going to be okay. And it encouraged him to do it.
Wow! And then next thing you know, he's on TV and wins.
That was crazy.
He won.
I remember when that happened, and the Sci-Fi Channel competition was going on, and we were all running around waiting, and I said, you know, I think you're gonna win. And he's like, don't jinx me. But he did.
He did win. And we were in the front row, standing. That was the first time I ever saw a live broadcast.
That was fun.
Yeah. Since then, last year,
Will Arnett was the host.
Yeah.
And
I'm shadowing your face. That's why I'm trying not to.
Oh, okay.
You can walk a step ahead of me.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. That thing. Yeah, that was. I wanted to give up and not stand there so bad when
my gosh, I know.
Putting us through the security checks and everything like that.
Oh my gosh, that's probably the longest I ever went without going to the bathroom in
that was
40 years.
And then having to smile and act like you're having a good time, and you know, it's just like, oh my God, I want to kill myself.
What always happens to me is it's the most important thing that I need to get a photo of is when they tell me you can't take photos.
Yeah.
That happens almost every time. Of course, I had my little pocket camera and I kept sneaking shots, so I did get it. But I kept waiting for them to stop me.
Well, it was fun. My favorite Comic-Con experience is when I snuck into Hall H.
Oh, yeah.
With the,
you told me something about that.
I ditched you guys, and the crew from HBO was going in, and I started talking to them, and one of the cameramen, he was just like, just come in with us. You're wearing a black t-shirt. Let's just do it. Be brave. Don't be a wuss. And I felt
this
so
is
bad
the
about that because of all the people.
H, you said?
Yeah, you know.
That's where everyone has to wait for like a half a day or
And I just waltzed right in there.
They're in long lines. They're intense. Waiting outside.
Yeah.
Whole day.
Intense.
Yeah. And you just go intense.
Did I feel bad about it? Yes.
For 4 minutes.
And I was going to turn back, and then the guy goes, "Don't be a wuss. What's going to happen? Are they going to bar you from Comic-Con for life?" And I'm like, "No, they just won't let me in." And he goes, "My point exactly."
Yeah. Do it.
So it was really cool.
Okay, good. That's the question.
I know you're a Leo.
Yep.
And you have some typical Leo
So you
traits.
read tarot cards?
I'm a psychic, and the tarot cards are the way I organize my intuitive thoughts, and then I'm an astrologer too, and they're two different things. Okay. And God, 40 years, I've read for thousands of people. I have a million stories. I predicted the Northridge earthquake on network TV.
Oh.
So that's kind of how and I ended up being on a bunch of TV shows and stuff after that, because that was kind of a big prediction.
Yeah.
The only public prediction that I've ever gotten wrong was a fairly recent one. Can you guess what it was?
Someone passing away?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was the last presidential election.
Oh, that was a big mistake, huh?
For me, I've been correct ever since George Bush Sr. predicting these things, and I finally get to that one and I get it wrong.
Well, you weren't the only one that was fooled.
Well, but I'm supposed to be, objective, looking at the astrology.
Yeah.
I totally missed some that was right in front of me.
Wow.
I knew it was going to be tight, but people were like,
well, the polls and all, they made it look like it wasn't going to be tight.
I know. But remember,
she was supposed to run off with it.
All these other things that weren't necessarily going to happen that way, including the hanging Chad election. I'll tell you something interesting.
Okay. About time.
The next election, there's going to be an astrological thing going on that day that's totally just like the hanging Chad day. So that's going to be wild.
This coming election.
That's right.
For the president election?
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're going to have another weird, controversial thing going on for sure. And that's obvious anyway, but it might really come out differently than what people think.
Wow.
So I'm going to have to analyze. Well, yeah, but I don't know what that's going to mean.
I'm just hoping it doesn't go a certain direction.
But I'm going to analyze the heck out of it this time, because I don't want to have another mistake on my record.
We're going to slide down this rail, and I'm going to...
Oh, right.
Like you used to do back when you were a punk. He's been there a while.
Dude, he's messing up the tree.
Yeah. Don't they have security here?
Yeah,
that'd be who you tell.
No, you tell the Maricosta police. And they know me. So I tell them, you have your phone?
Yeah.
Let's post them.
That was episode 3 with Victoria Bearden.
So
thank you
guys.
Thank you so much.
That was fun, right? We saw all kinds of things. And if you want to get in touch with me, you could find me by just basically Google searching Victoria Bearden, because I'm all over the place. That's an easy way.
Great.
Bearden.
So
that
thanks.
Was fun.
Thank you.
That was fun.
And you'll be all over the YouTube soon.